push a couple things back so you could join us this evening. However, you would have certainly forgotten regardless. Fair enough. Hopefully it doesn't, fuck up your schedule too terrible. I need to get the hell out of there. Need to pull that up and okay, we're good. Never needs a simple personal reminder as his schedule is cluttered and his memory is in a fog. Yeah, fair enough. Heavily fragmented memory with dropped bits and failed checksums. Oh no. Yeah. Assistants. You know what? Everyone gets an assistant. Assistants for everyone. I'm not paying for it. I'm just decreeing it. Everyone can figure out the fucking details themselves. Or better yet, have your new assistant do it. Hire an assistant, and then the first task you give the assistant is to figure out how they're getting paid. You don't want an assistant unless they just want to work for you and let you sit around. I mean, isn't that what assistants do? You already have an assistant? Wait, is the implication that I'm your assistant? Maybe you don't know? Well, this is why everyone needs an assistant, so we can know these things. If we all had assistants, we can ask our assistants to figure out what assistants do and then report back to us. Instead, we're sitting out here in an assistantless life, not knowing how assistance works. Who assists the assistants? Well, that's up for them to decide. They can hire their own assistants if they want to. It's none of my business. I just know I'm not paying for it. They gotta figure that shit out themselves. You need an adult? You are an adult. Ghosts are often adults?
You have an assistant.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Ask her all those questions. She won't have an answer.
Well, she's not a very good assistant. We need to fire her and get a good one.
We don't pay for her. What do you expect?
Well, it's because she was, with day one, I was like, figure out how to get paid. That's your first job, and she never
Actually,
did her
she
first job.
Did. Her first job was to get paid, and she gets paid by you.
Yeah. I feed her.
Yeah. She did step one, right?
I clean her shit.
Now, next...
Is that not enough? Is that...
No.
Do assistants need more payment than just dry kibble and me scooping a shovel through their feces?
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Right to her supervisor.
You're gonna get fired. Look at this haunted ass look.
Now your assistant's nap time. So it's your assistant's nap time. So
assistants don't get naps.
She gets naps 16 hours a day.
This is bullshit. Yeah, it seems like we're her assistants.
I mean, it's true.
She doesn't like looking at the bandage woman. Well, who does? Quite frankly, the bandage woman doesn't even like looking at the bandage woman. That's why she broke that mirror. Fuck you, never. She'll demand severance. You don't want to sleep alone tonight? Oh, God damn it! You can't just make it that easy for Never to further freak you out, or for me to freak you out, for that matter. Like, come on, Never. Come on. She teed it up. She teed it up. She doesn't want to sleep alone tonight, Never. She teed it up to be further freaked out. It's like she wants to be. You didn't think of the repercussions. I didn't say anything. No one sleeps alone. Not with all the ghosts. There we go. Scariest sentence ever. Yep. It's because of the implication. Anything wakes you up when you forget to set an alarm. The dump truck. The haunted dump truck! Yeah, there never was a dump truck or landscaper's fish. They were all ghosts. There was a picture in your phone of you sleeping? Wait, what? You're waking prematurely. Sometimes they don't have a chance to hide, yeah. Growing up with cats and dogs, I got used to the sounds of scratching at my door while I slept. Now that I live alone, it's much more unsettling. Oh, you're just looking up creepy one-liners? Horrors, like single sentence horror stories? They get stuck in the corner of your eyes. Hey, I wrote a short story about that shit. All the time that I've lived alone in this house, I swear to God, I've closed more doors than I've opened. Till you blink, then they're free! We're all fired? Okay. Send me my unemployment checks then. She asked why I was breathing so heavily. I wasn't. You were never hired? Oh shit. Yeah, no one ever hired me. That's a good point. I just kind of wandered open and there was a vacant seat and I took it. I gave myself this job. Your wife woke you up last night to tell you there was an intruder in our house? Wait, is that the end of it? She was murdered by an intruder 2 years ago. Oh, there's the twist. I ain't hearing that. I hear. I no, this. That's not it. Oh, I know what it is. I turned the TV off. I didn't unplug the TV. Gray hires the assistants. Your door occasionally clicks itself shut in the middle of the night, but only when you forget to set the lock. Oh no. You always thought your cat had a staring problem. She always seemed fixated on my face until one day when you realized that she was always looking just behind me. Uh-oh. That's why you try to be polite to ghosts. You're legit coming over? You cannot. Oh no. You have to sleep alone for real. Whoops. See what you started, Never? You're sleeping with the fucking taser tonight? Do tasers work on ghosts? Oh, that classic one. I begin tucking him into bed, and he tells me, Daddy, check for monsters under my bed. I look underneath for his amusement and see him, another him, under the bed, staring back at me, quivering and whispering, Daddy, there's somebody on my bed. That's a popular one. I like back when I was doing a binge through like a bunch of little like short horror movie things, like horror shorts. I saw probably no less than like 5 or 6 adaptations of that story. The ectoplasm. Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's a good conductor. That's why the plasma packs in Ghostbusters worked. All right. Where was I? Like, there's certain stuff that I came up with that like is probably gonna need to be littered throughout to give it like more of a clearer direction and through line, but I don't really feel like skimming through trying to find all the little pieces and areas where I need to add that shit in yet. Depends on whether you can see their feet or not. Oh. So instead, I think we're just gonna keep pushing on and assume that those bits have already been set up. Which means, I think I get to push the boundaries of what I can get away with writing on Twitch. Now you're regretting leaving the light off in your bedroom so that you had more ambience with the Christmas lights. The ambience! It'll get you every time. Little too far away to keep a supply of wards. I just want to set the apartment on fire so all the ghosts die with it. Yeah, that seems like that'd work. Why not? All the ghosts in the palmetto bugs. There be no evil ghosts in your apartment, yeah. Effie promises. Yeah, she adopted them all and brought them all over here. Neffy's not the ghost whisperer? Are you telling me my wife is not Jennifer Love Hewitt? Because if that's the case, I've been hoodwinked. You can tell negative energy from positive. Yeah, one's got a little plus sign on it, and the other one's got a little minus sign on it. It's easy. You don't whisper to ghosts, they prefer it when you speak up. Whispering makes them angry because they can't hear you. Oh no. Yeah, don't hook it in the wrong way. You cause all kinds of bad stuff to happen. Old spirit, mean spirited. You moved in? You feel anything? You're not joking about the family full of mediums? Yeah, but that's the thing, Fish. Everyone knows you're not a medium. If anything, you're a small. That's why you just leave ghosts alone. Who knows what terrible puns they could unleash upon the world. Extra small, yeah. Never's got the ghost down, it's all of us? Oh shit. I've been dead this whole time. You're sensing a terrible presence. No, wait. They're growing in number. Cover your ears. Don't listen to them. Oh, no. Oh, shit, man. The ants go marching in one by one. Hurrah, hurrah. Oh. Or really freak you out quick, play the Pink Elephant song from Dumbo. Nothing about that scene freaked me out except the music. Well, I mean, I would do it right now to be a trolly dick, but I don't want to get DMCA'd, so you're lucky. You're really dependent that if you leave ghosts alone, they won't bother you. That seems valid. Like, usually the people who get fucked with are like the true believers who go looking for that shit, so. Like, whether it's the mind playing tricks on them because they're more susceptible and open to the possibility, or because it's they're actively pursuing it and therefore pissing something off. Either way, that seems to be a solid theory to work on. Whereas if you don't go messing with it, it ain't gonna mess with you. Whether it's real or not. You don't have an actual Ouija board, but you're literally that's the first way beyond seances to open doors you don't want. I've got a Ouija board. I've never messed with it. And I'm a little skeptical of the mystical powers of an item that you can or could at least just straight up buy in the children's board game section of fucking Toys R Us. Mass produced by Milton Goddamn Bradley. Like I'm a little skeptical of the mystical voodoo associated. Skeptics and believers, you know, who have encountered stuff have been hurt by anything largely by following that golden rule. Oh, haven't been hurt by anything largely by following that golden rule. Yeah. Tapping into deep shit, yeah, you did, or your great grandmothers did. Ah. You won't even look at that, or Santeria? Yeah. Anything can be a conduit if you let it become one. Yeah, that seems valid too. Because, like, again, even taking it from the perspective of, like, pure skeptic, none of it is legitimate. Even if that were the case. And I don't know if it is or it isn't. But even if that were the case, never underestimate the power of the human brain and what it is capable of doing to itself, even in a negative capacity. And the only thing you really need for confirmation on that is, well, just like even like not including, you know, various degrees of like mental illness and everything like that, which is a good like example of it. Just anxiety, just garden variety everyday anxiety alone. Like, that's just your brain fucking with you, and it's really fucking powerful. Like how well it can do that even against your will. Yeah, so even if all supernatural stuff is just like if it's confirmed like not legitimate, not real. And it hasn't been, but just even if that were the case, if your brain decides it is real, then it doesn't need to actually exist for it to be real to you and to start fucking with you. No, I'm not, Vish. I'm not saying that it's not real. Like, I'm not saying it is or it isn't. I'm simply saying that even if it were 100% confirmed that it was not real by like science or whatever, your brain can still manifest a lot of that shit. Don't mess with the future. Seriously, don't mess with the future. I mean, what happens when you start predicting shit? I mean, focus on lottery numbers. That's what happens when you start predicting shit. Focus on lottery numbers, and you'll be fine. Yeah, but you didn't specify the details of the question. You just asked very generally what happens when you start predicting shit with no other information. So just based on that sole question alone, yeah. Go whip up some lottery numbers. Start predicting stuff with accuracy, you gotta be concerned about why from either a skeptic or a believer. Oh, well, for sure, yeah. You might want to look a little deeper into that. Predict yourself up an answer as to why the fuck it's happening. There you go. Dog wants out, and now you're afraid of ghosts in the palm trees. Palm ghosts! Just leave them alone! You think those palm trees have been there long enough to host ghosts? Maybe. I do need water, though. Two nice young gentlemen going into the apartment next door? Jesus Christ. Does her occupation demand late night visits? Honestly, like, it fucking might. Um, some deals going on, yeah. Yeah, she plays the stocks. She makes stock deals. that got mentioned in the leasing office today, too. Oh, shit. He didn't smell too good. He smelled like stockane. Oh, we playing the rhyming game. Stop. Oh, that's stocks. I had the streamer brain there for a second. I'm like, why are you saying it like that? Like, you can say what you mean. Like, that's not a problem. I forgot that I made a joke that she was a stockbroker. You know that unfortunate smell of burnt rubber and resin? Oh, good. Bit of late night cooking? Yeah. That's why the fucking smoke alarm keeps going off. Stock amphetamine? Fucking stonks. Like, to take it back to a more wholesome topic, I still occasionally think back to when it was like deep into like proper quarantine and I won at gas stonks. That still makes me chuckle. Like I full on won gas stonks. Just do your TH stocks and be okay. Gas stonks was awesome. And the full story of gas stonks was like during the period of time when it was like heavy quarantine and gas prices were like dropping like a goddamn stone. Like, I kept watching them get lower and lower and lower. And one evening I was like, well, it could probably use gas. But I was like, no. That price is gonna drop a little more. So I waited till the next day. And it had dropped a little more. And I was like, alright, now's the time to buy. And then the very next day, they started going back up. And I was like, I won gas stonks. I won it. It's utterly meaningless aside from it got me like a full tank of gas for a very reasonable price, but like it still felt nice. Psychic, sure. Either that or I just like got very lucky in my timing. My nature of just like waiting usually just like a little too long to make my move. It usually doesn't pay off. This time it totally paid off. Because otherwise, like, my usual pattern is either, like, I do something way too early before it would really be nice, a good time to strike on it. And then by the time it would have been a good time to strike on it, I've already, like, tapped out. Or I wait way too long and show up way too late to the game. I'm either way too early or way too late a lot of the times. That time I was right on time for gas stonks. Well, I had the foresight to bring a 55-gallon drum. Wasn't there people fucking doing that or trying to do that shit where they were like gonna buy like gas in bulk from gas stations and just like sit on it? until the prices went back up and then try and sell it in bulk. Weren't there assholes trying to do that? Or at least talking about doing that? It happens from time to time, yeah. Imagine they got the diesel mixed up with regular gas and sold diesel in a regular gas car. Oh no. Remember people trying that during a couple of hurricanes? Yeah, I think I remember that too. They didn't get very far, which is why you saw it, because there were a number of very angry people around them. Yeah. Well, then I think I think I remember hearing, at least when the gas prices dropped really low during quarantine, I think I remembered hearing that, like, the gas stations just simply weren't allowing people to fucking do that. You saw a murder happen only twice? Excuse me? I don't see a kappa after that. Which is alarming. Oh dear. Ethan is begging people to stop messaging him about the archive channels of UA. Yeah. That's one of those things, like, yeah, it was almost guaranteed. They're on our radar. We're taking care of it. My inbox is broken. Ah, okay. So they are going to actively pursue the archived stuff and try and get it taken down. Which is totally within their rights. It's their content. They're protecting their baby and you're actually kind of proud of them for that. Yeah. Like, it was one of those things where it was like, it was inevitable. Like, as soon as they said, we're gonna delete this in a year, people would be backing it up and re-uploading it and all that shit. And I was kind of curious how they were gonna address that. And honestly, like, yeah, sending takedown notices on that again. Like, it's their content. They fucking made it. So they're well within their rights to act on it. Alright. Not much more, honestly, but I do be getting tired. One Flint, hello. How goes the writing? It's going pretty good. Not as good today as it has previous days, but it's okay. I was actually just saying I was probably gonna be done for the night because it's pretty late for me. This is usually I went later tonight than I usually do. Just because I wanted to at least try to get a little more eked out. But I'll probably be back on doing some more tomorrow. Pretty sure I will be. But did a little bit of writing earlier. Watched 2 movies, and then a little bit more. So yeah. But hey, thank you everybody for hanging out. It was a fun time. Some good spoopy movies we watched. So officially, as far as stream schedule goes, I will definitely be back on Wednesday. Me and F probably doing more 7 Days to Die, followed by some other multiplayer stuff. But I will likely be back on tomorrow afternoon to do more writing for a bit. Yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out. I had a good time. Hope you did too. And yeah. Wait, let me see. Am I on? I'm about to just shut this shit down. I'm not even gonna take a look to see who else might be on that I could potentially give a raid to. Danny, right? Oh, Chaotica's on. Likely also doing some writing for the nanos and hanging out. So yeah, go over there. But yeah, thank you again, and I'll see everybody later. Have a good night. Bye.